space program. My name is Martin, and I should have been recording, but I was doing a little bit of testing, and mainly I was attempting to land this plane similar to what you saw in the last video, take off with booster rockets, and then glide it in, and I was not doing very well. I had a couple crashes, so it was worth it to practice a little bit more. And what I ended up doing was I finally landed it twice in a row, I think, successfully. And it flies like a pig when it's full of fuel. You do have to fire up the engines a little bit before landing. And it's hard. It comes down awful fast. It's a fast landing, 80, 90 meters a second or something like that. But I get it. So I landed a little bit west of the Kerbal Space Center, and then I took off again, turned the plane around, took off east, and came up into orbit. And I wanted to see with how much fuel I had left. It was 260 liters or something like that. What I could do with that. Still got 66 liters left, which is a pretty good amount when your thrust to weight ratio is 2 or so. So I put it doing a bit of a flyby of the moon. So this is, I think I'm gonna, is it flying in front of the moon, and then it's gonna kill a bit of my, yeah, it looks like it, perhaps, kill a bit of my velocity off, and then I'll be able to come back and splash down safely. So let's do the flyby. So this is about as close as I am going to get to the moon. Just doing a little flyby, you know, a little test to see how things are going. It's a pretty nice view in here out the Spaceplane window. Can we see anything on the surface? I believe there's something there, but it's not showing up at this distance. And yeah, that's the only thing I know. I'm invisible now where anything is. Pretty cool. Looks great. Okay. There you go, there's a couple things flashing there. Something for people to check out. Don't know what they are, so I guess we could have potentially seen, maybe it needed to be dark. I don't know. Wonder if we can do it. It should theoretically be possible. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it myself. Oh, I had no idea that there was this. Orbit after aerobraking on the landing autopilot. Excuse me while I'm snacking here too. That is awesome. So, let's go rad minus. No, but this is changing. Oh, but I did burn a little bit there to... No, I didn't. That's neat. Oh, and G levels too? Wonder how accurate this is, though. Alright, well, we'll see. So we're coming in pretty quick. Now, that's not my current periaps, is it? That's... Yeah, okay, so I'm 32. That's the periaps after this aero braking. Neat. This is a good angle to come in at, too. So am I in the atmosphere? Yes. Uh-oh, that's dropping. Hey. Hey. Okay, well. So I guess it's not super accurate. We'll just see what ends up happening. Oh, and that was weird, it just said something. Oh, neat. We're going further south, but it's coming back. It's going to come back too much. Wow, this is neat. Okay, that's going to get sickening. Oh, because I've got arrow bits on here. Are we really close to the other Niven? Where is it? Oh, fairly close. Okay, catching up. Neat. This way. Oh, cool. Unfortunately, we seem to still be coming in here. Yeah, our altitude's going back up, but so it was not terribly far off. What would happen if I were to try to do this, I wonder? It's kind of now or never. Huh. Some interesting burning. Possibly because we're already in the atmosphere. And I think it's these bits causing problems. We'll say that's good enough. It's going to keep changing, but we'll be close. Or we could... There we go. Now the arrow bits won't be affecting this part anymore. I feel like I want to have a wider angle of view here. This doesn't feel wide enough to me. Hey, there's the ejected part. you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like a field of view is too narrow, too forward. You make it even further forward, but... Oh yeah, okay, that would be the debris that we just ejected. And there's the Niven 3. Still in orbit, I still need to just bring it down. It's still got about the same fuel that this one had, though, when I orbited it. Although I think I've worked out now, of course, using MechJeb a little bit, how to better ascend the... I'm not using the ascent autopilot, but I'm using the surf bit. And kind of... I think I launch at about a 70-degree angle with the jet engines, increase it to 80 degrees when I go on rocket engines, and then when it gets up to a certain altitude, start gravity turning. Alright, anyway, this is we can fast forward a bit now. So there's that peninsula I always like to look out for, and there's the mountain range coming up. Just beyond that, Kerbal Space Center. This thing's got some weird aerodynamics. It's not like the capsules that tend to fall kind of straight. No, they straighten themselves out and go heat shield first, or the heat shield would be anyway. So, big deceleration now. It looks like I'm maybe beyond. Definitely. That's okay, nothing wrong with being off the coast. Where's the debris? Is it still out here? No, it's disappeared. Interesting. Maybe when it gets more than 2.5 kilometers away. I think, yeah, that still counts, even though it had MechJeb on it. Because we were in the atmosphere. Got to go to 1 times acceleration for the parachute coming out, or else it just rips off. As people, I'm sure, have discovered. Okay, next step is building a rocket, bigger rocket underneath it. So I'll meet you back at the VAB. Okay, here we are in the VAB. I've added 2 of the main stages. I plan on adding another stage below, but here's the numbers as they stand so far. 2750 meters per second for this stage. I'll probably add, it's going to be a small booster stage below this, because I think you only need like 3,500, maybe close to 4,000 delta V to get orbital here. And then I've got my good old interplanetary stage, 4,000 meters a second, plenty to reach. Where am I going? Eve, and then Laythe. Is that right? No, I'm going to Joule then. Joule and then Laythe. That should be enough then, I think. And then we've got the plane part for the next bit, with hopefully enough to get back. So this test is going to be a suborbital. I'm planning on it being a suborbital test. I don't think I can get this into orbit, and this is going to be kind of checking out the staging and things like that. I'm a little worried. Why can't I zoom? Zoom. I can't zoom in. A little worried about this stage dropping off and hitting these, so it's going to have to be a very clean. Presumably we'll be in orbit in the final version, and so it won't be any spinning or atmospheric effects to worry about things. And let's hope I have enough struts, and that the staging's correct, and so on and so forth. Let's try it out. This is not going well. So if you don't have the those engines perfectly lined up, it shakes itself apart. Okay. Good thrust to weight ratio, as expected. So we shouldn't need a ton of thrust. So I guess there's nothing to do but give it a try. 3, 2. Uh-oh. Okay, I clearly have something going on there. Let me... Oh, I know what it is. Side to side. I'll fix it. Okay. It's just these little struts here were all that was wrong there. I was pretty happy with how fast I killed it. If one day in the game, I'd love there'd be a button like escape or something where it fires your emergency ejection system, or I can't remember what they call that offhand in the real flights, but can't wait for that. So here we go again in 3, 2.